production made possible by the Soul Train initiative. Fact: there is more energy consumption in the industrial sector in the form of heat than there is electricity consumed worldwide. If using the sun to power our planet is so obvious, then wouldn't it be fair to say that producing heat is perhaps more important than producing electricity? Located 5 hours east of Cape Town lies the town of Oudtshoorn, famous for its vibrant ostrich economy. And at the heart of this economy is Karoo International Tannery, who produces 70% of the world's ostrich leather used in the manufacturing of finished products in the automotive, furniture, fashion and fashion accessory industries all around the globe. The tannery is able to provide its leather in over 500 different variants, the vast majority of which require heat in one way or another. Until recently, this heat was produced by burning aloe-10, or light fuel oil, a derivative of crude oil distillation.
Ons brandstofkoste fluktueer deur die jaar, maar deur die loop van die jaar het ons agterkom as 'n sterk opwaartse tendens. Inteendeel, daar is oor die laaste 2 jaar bevind dat daar omtrent 'n 40% verhoging is in brandstofkoste. Ons het alternatiewe brandstofsoorte gaan beproef en diesel en steenkool probeer. Om ons totale koste af te bring het ons ook gaan kyk na ons transportkoste en die volume van ons aankoop van die olie, maar die tendens het bly voortgaan. Op die einde van die dag was die oplossing reg voor die hand liggend. Nou is ons in beheer van ons eie solar verhittingsstelsel.
The temperatures required in leather production are actually very low, ranging between 35 and 60 degrees. But overall, KKI's production remains very energy intensive due to the sheer volumes of heated water required. These low temperatures make traditional flat plate collectors ideal for this application, or for that matter, any application requiring 100 degrees Celsius or below. We can of course use other collector types and technologies for industrial processes requiring temperatures of up to 400 degrees.
Sustainability is the responsibility of all businesses, particularly those with energy-intensive industrial processes. And for the past 10 years, the Soul Train initiative has been hard at work here in Southern Africa, not only to train the industry on the benefits of solar thermal technology, but also to help prove the benefits by co-financing select projects, and then monitoring the ongoing performance of these demonstration projects. The installation at KKI is one such example. Sustainability has always been at the core of Karoo International, which meant they were very open to the idea of installing a solar thermal plant when the idea was pitched to them by the Centre for Renewable and Sustainable Energy Studies at Stellenbosch University, the project partner to Soul Train in the Western Cape. After doing a combined feasibility study on the opportunity of using solar thermal to supplement their existing heating system, KKI realized that installing such a system was not only in line with their core values, but it also made financial sense to look to the sun for their industrial process heating requirements.
Die Klein Karoo Koöperasie bestaan al van 1945 af. Dit is 74 jaar al in bedryf. Een van die grootste, belangrikste punte vir ons strategiese beplanning is om volhoubaarheid na te kyk. Om seker te maak ons bly in die langtermyn volhoubaar, moet ons gaan kyk om ons energieafhanklikheid te verbeter. Ons energiebehoefte in die looiery is baie hoog en die oplossing wat E3 Energie aan ons gebied het, was op die einde van die dag die regte pad om te gaan.
The installation required careful planning and coordination, from the initial civil works right through to the final control settings. While using the factory's roof to mount the solar collectors onto would have provided a significant capital cost saving, the 600 square meter ground mount installation provided a better inclination to the sun. The result was a 10% greater energy yield as well as lower future operating costs through easier cleaning and maintenance. E3 Energy's heat load calculations for the factory called for 40 cubic meters of thermal storage and formed the basis for procuring 2 identical 20,000-litre buffer tanks custom designed by the E3 Energy team and manufactured locally to their design specifications. Included in the system is a solar charging station to intelligently load the tanks with solar thermal energy, and on the other side, a freshwater station to transfer this stored heat energy to the water used in the actual process. To prevent unnecessary heat loss, all components are well insulated, with particular emphasis being given to the thermal store. Aside from the 75mm insulated paneling used to enclose the plant room and tanks, cellulose fiber from recycled newspaper, equaling the volume of the tanks themselves, was pumped into the void between the enclosure and each tank. This non-traditional yet innovative approach of E3 Energies turned out to be a very effective one, with the total heat storage boasting a mere 1 degree standing loss overnight. Solar thermal energy now accounts for 55% of KKI's heating requirements, as per E3 Energy's original design, which also means that the system has a return on investment of 7 years or less. According to Soul Train data being monitored by Stellenbosch University, the first 3 months of operation saw 97.7% of the free solar heat that was accumulated was in fact delivered to the process. All in all, a very successful installation all round. Well done to Karoo International and E3 Energy for having completed the largest installation of solar heating for industrial processes in sub-Saharan Africa. Another example of the value that the Soul Train initiative has had in the local industry over the past 10 years.
Given that the worldwide heat demand is greater than that of electricity demand, is it not perhaps more important to be producing heat rather than electricity? The answer is no, they're equally as important. If there's one nugget to take out of this, it's that the way forward for renewable energy is through an energy mix. If your requirements are for electricity, then generate electricity. But if your requirements are for heat, then generate heat. Perhaps a better question to ask is, why do we continue to deplete Africa's natural resources to produce electricity before we finally convert it into usable heat, when we have an abundant supply of free solar heat right here on our doorsteps? With technological advancements, it has never been easier to capture, store and deliver solar heat for industrial applications than ever before. Ask us how.
A special thanks is given to our suppliers and partners for their contribution to the project. This production has been made possible thanks to Soul Train.